Good morning, everyone. Good day to all my students this second semester of 2023-2024. You are enrolled in GEC Mathematics, Mathematics in the Modern World. The nature of mathematics is captivating among ourselves because the general mathematics that we have is trying to emphasize the importance of the environment, our natural environment. The emergence of digital technology has sparked a monumental rise in the rate at which we consume, and produce data. Before the internet, it could take hours to get several volumes of resources from the library for a research paper or research project. Today, a few minutes or seconds, depending on the speed of your connection, using your mobile devices, however, could get you the same information or even more. It is so advantageous on your time because you have lots of options, choices in studying the lesson that you have. But this is very much dependent on how serious you are in attaining your goal, especially if you want to have a bigger or huge opportunity in the future. A few decades ago, it took hours for photographs to be printed and shared. Now, just a click, then you can produce your picture, photos using your gadget. Now, it only takes a matter of seconds for your perfect selfie to be updated and viewed by your relatives and friends in the other side of the world. So we can connect. It seems that we're just very close to each other, even if they're too far from us because of technology. In this fast-paced society, how often have you stopped to appreciate the beauty of the things around you? Considering that you are here in Bohol, or you are in some parts of the world, or even in other places in the countries, you can see the beautiful sights, the wonders of the world, the wonders of the earth, naturally created. And it has something to say about math, the patterns, the shapes, the geometric figures that you will encounter as you try to see the beauty of nature. Like for example, the Chocolate Hills, no? If you visit the Chocolate Hills, it's so amazing how nature is putting all these things. Now, you have to appreciate the importance of nature because this is where we get all our resources for the development of our technology. So they all come from nature. Those materials used in the development of the gadgets that we have today. Then, most people do the same routine task every day, and the fundamental concepts that make these activities possible are often overlooked, which is very much observable in our natural environment. That is why we have our tourism industry that is being developed, being given importance by our national government as a source of our financial need in the country. As rational creators, we tend to identify and follow patterns, whether consciously or subconsciously. Recognizing patterns feels natural, like our brain is hardwired to recognize them. Early, humans recognize the repeating interval of day and night, the cycle of the moon, the rising and falling of tides, and the changing of the seasons. Awareness of these patterns allowed humans to survive in a similar fashion. Many flora and fauna that you will encounter in your garden or even in the forest or even in the sidewalks, in the side of our streets, no? You will be able to see these beautiful things that is naturally given by God, our provider. And then awareness of these patterns allowed humans to survive. Even in the ancient times, our ancestors, they were able to survive by observing the patterns of nature, the patterns of the wind, no? The patterns of the moon, the patterns of the sun, the stars in the sky. So we need to observe also the patterns that will be encountered in our day-to-day experience, which perhaps will make us better in our journey towards the improvement of our way of life. In the time of our pandemic, if you remember, the plantitas and the plantitos was really familiar. It was so known to all, and it was like everyone was so interested with plants. And then they try to go into this matter as part of their pastime, or just to make their life different, or to entertain themselves since they cannot get out from home. But we can see the different shapes of the leaves, the different shapes and patterns of the branches of their plants, that we tend to appreciate. The snowflake, the the flowers petals, or even the shape of the snail's shell. No? So that is why when you go into the shoreline, you can also see different patterns of movements of shells, and even the sea urchin. You can see there the seaweeds as well. So at this point in time, we will be trying to move into the study of patterns and numbers in the nature and the world. Now you will be learning also about the Fibonacci sequence, the mathematics for our world, so that you will be able to arouse yourself to get interested in the study of numbers, because many among of my students in the past, they are not interested to learn math. But you know what? Mathematics is a very interesting subject, and it is really a mind, it's a thinking thing. Now, so you have to make use your brain in order to arrive to an answer. And of course, you will be happy in the end, especially if you will share what you've learned with those classmates and friends that you have, that they don't still understand, because not everyone can get the lesson at the same time. Thank you and good morning. Please like me in my post so that you will be able to be notified every time that I will post some information in this particular lesson, GEC Mathematics. Thank you.